Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenMara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer your June elemental relationship reading for the elemental energy of Earth. Earth covers the zodiac signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So if you are a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, then this is for you. If you've never had your charts read and you're kind of curious about what all that would mean, there's a link in the description for a natal chart. It gives you the base 12 houses with a 10 to 20 page description of what all that is. And then there's a section in there for the elemental alignment. So it's kind of cool in that respect. How I like to do the relationship readings is first we look at the singles and then we look at those who are in a relationship, and then how I like to do them is we look at the chakra energy, so where's the focus energy within your system, and then we'll look at a little bit of tarot to get some more clarification. So for now, we'll get started with our Earth singles. And Earth singles, you are in your root chakra with number 1 in this particular deck. It is strength, and we'll look in the I have the book with me and we'll look in that. But starting off with Earth, this is about getting your footing. This is about setting up your foundation. Earth singles, what the energy I'm getting right now is just saying, if a relationship comes in, then that's great, that's fine, but right now you need to be making sure of where you are standing, where your foundational energy is. This is the basics of who you are as a person and the basics of where you're at in life. So I'm hearing that right now, if you're just coming out of a relationship, this is a good time to reset. And if you are looking to, I need to have this relationship, but you haven't met anybody yet, the universe is saying, make sure your house is in order before you start trying to bring more energy into it. So it's really about just getting stable in your own, in yourself first. So, from the book, there is a planetary alignment with this one, and that's to Mars. He's sometimes known as the warring god. He personifies the power to direct energy towards winning the battles between wisdom and ego, and exalted on Earth for surmounting obstacles and fearlessly fulfilling his duties. He embodies discipline and knowledge needed to evolve from the lower to the higher chakras. If your foundation's not strong, it's going to make that journey up the chakra path way more difficult. And your keywords here are focus, will, find your strength, taking action, resilience, processing your truth, a deep-rooted sense of commitment. So there is a lot of promise for our Earth singles. There's a lot of energy of possibility, but it's really saying once you're stable, once you get your house in order energy here, then those commitments, those new connections can be made. But it's definitely saying you got to start from someplace strong before you can, run into the next set. So definitely worth checking out there for our Earth singles. Let's take a peek, into the tarot if this deck doesn't explode on me. We're starting off with number 2, the High Priestess with Archangel Haniel. Listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. Earth singles, what are you looking for in a relationship? What kind of person? Not just physicality, because, big breasts and strong muscles, those are important, they're fun, but that's not the point. What are you looking for in the relationship? Are you looking for a personality? Are you looking for a certain type of character? Are you looking for someone who complements and works with your spiritual path? Are you looking for someone who strengthens you? This is where you're paying attention to your intuition. The High Priestess is the physical manifestation of the goddess on the earth. She's not up there, she's here. So she's the speaker for that energy. And so you're looking at a little bit of the lunar subconscious. These are not... What I'm hearing here is not for physicality so much as if you're the the masculine in the relationship, how are you providing? If you're the more feminine in the relationship, how are you nurturing? So what is it you're doing to balance? There's yin and yang in everything, and it doesn't matter what your sex is. The balance of the masculine and the feminine energies within a relationship are very important. And that's where the High Priestess energy, knowing who you are here, allows you to introduce, attract, and draw in your matching energy. And that's what we're hearing with the High Priestess is it's time to listen to your intuition, do a quick check-in here, see what's going on. That way you can be honest with yourself as to what it is you're trying to match up with. Your second card is the Queen of Fire. Confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. Stretching your wings, fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. Earth singles. You have a lot of fire energy coming in here saying this is something that you've been passionate about. But what they're wanting to make sure that you know is confident, warm, intelligent, grace. These are things that you need foundationally before you can move forward. So both of these energies, the High Priestess and the Queen of Fire, are saying follow your intuition, tap into the energy of what it is you want to create, which is interesting because we have the High Priestess tends to work more water energy, and the Queen of Fire is definitely fire energy. So even within these cards, you have the balance of opposites. And that's what the Strength card is saying, is getting yourself ready for this connection means you have to know your side of the story before you can introduce theirs. So it's fire singles. It is definitely going to be an interesting month of June for you because there's an energy of discovery. There's some energy of new beginnings, but it's also saying the path ahead starts by looking within. And after you look within, the outside steps will be so obvious that you'll be like, well, how did I miss this the first time? Or why didn't I notice this before? Because it's really going to be that eye-opening for you. So, before we go any further, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, feelings, and impressions. Before we get into the couples energy here, if you are watching and you're just kind of interested in this, it's always fun to hear what other people's thoughts are on the cards that I'm pulling. So if you have a different intuition with them, please drop it down below. It's always fun to hear from other people if you're comfortable. If you're not, that's fine too. So, Earth couples, you are in number 41, concentration. I think this is the throat chakra, but we'll find out here in a second. And what this is saying is stay focused on what's important. This is not a time for distraction for our Earth couples, and we'll get into the book here in a second. But what I'm getting with this one is when you stay focused on what's important within the relationship, which is the relationship itself and your spiritual connection, that's when things align up the best. But concentration, communication, and focus are three things that all come together. You have to be open to communication, and that sometimes means you have to be open to hearing another person's opinion or possibly criticism. Not saying that that's always the case, but that is definitely something to pay attention to when it does come up. Nope, we are in the 6th chakra, not the throat, we're in the 3rd eye. So, the goddess, or the deity on the card is Kalaratri, the most fierce manifestation of Durga, goddess of strength, holds in her hands the sword of wisdom. Her club like hook has the power to sever the ego's iron hold on the self. She is worshipped as a goddess of protection and can scare away troubles, ghosts, and goblins of negativity. I don't see a sword, but she does have a club in that hand, unless her sword's down somewhere. Let's take a peek. Oh, no, the sword's in the same height. So the hook is up there, and then the sword is down here. She's got 4 arms. A lot of these ancient Hindu deities had multiple sets of arms. So our keywords are concentration, focus, learning a mental skill, being alert in the present, diving into life on a deeper level. Earth couples, stay together and focus on what's important. That's the key to this. They're also saying that there is this opportunity for learning and growth. So it could be learning a new workout routine. It could be a new mental exercise. It could be a new visualization technique. Be open to new ideas and concepts. And when you have an energy like Kalaratri coming up, it's saying banish the rest of it. If it does not work for your highest good, meaning growth, and challenges sometimes mean highest good, so you can't banish challenges, but you can banish the negative response to the challenges. So if something comes up this month of June and is really a challenge, it's really like causing some stress, whether it's financial, whether it's, something at work, whatever, allow yourself to reconnect with your partner. Live in the now moment. And then look at it from the outside perspective, like you two are together, that's over there. And then it's, how do we deal with this? We're together, we're fighting this battle, but what do we do with this over here? And when you look at it from a perspective of unification, it actually makes the situation generally a lot smaller. Not always, because there's things your challenges are your challenges, and they're going to show up in the ways where your soul needs the growth. It's not a matter of some dude on the internet telling you, oh, it's not going to be that big of a deal, and it's actually bigger than that. Take your intuition and follow that, but definitely do you guys together, and then examine what's going on. How do we fix this? Because it's not an I situation in that moment, because Earth, you're couples, you're with somebody, so it's a we situation. How do we fix this? And that's the focus that they're bringing forward right now. Your tarot is the Seven of Water, a complex decision, the need to do research. Stop procrastinating. Look into it. Figure out what's going on. What do you need to fix? How are we going to fix this? And once you figure out how to deal with whatever's coming forward, just do it. This is not a time for waffling. She's not saying, oh, we'll figure it out and then we'll let it sit over there and fester. She's saying, figure it out, hook it in, cut it out, and let it go. And that's what this energy is saying, is even when something comes in and it's not the most beneficial, figure out how to deal with it and then act on that. Don't let it sit there and, become some kind of like infection in your life. Get rid of it. It's not necessary. But that's the other part of this energy with the chakra, this third eye, is knowing when to act and what to do. So you definitely have got a little bit of an interesting month ahead. Your second card is the Four of Air. Time to rest, take a vacation, allow time before making decisions. Meditation provides the answers. So these two cards are actually really complementary, even though they're both kind of, on the surface, they feel negative. But the reality is, when you make a decision, it's time to act on it. But sometimes you have to take a rest and connect. That's what the energy of Kalaratri is saying, is concentrate. Bring yourself together. Make sure that you're coming at this from a united front. And when you do, this action, this meditation, this taking the time to really evaluate what needs to be done makes this card's actions so much easier and so much quicker. And the impression that I'm getting right now is it's not that this is going to be a negative thing. This is going to be one of those things that you're going to look back at literally then after it's over and be like, well, what was that? Why did that happen? But it bonded the two of you together closer. It allowed you to see healing within each other, and it allowed you to expand your soul's journey. So Earth couples, this one seems a little bit intense in a lot of the energy that's coming in, but it's not saying it's negative intensity. It's saying this is just a reminder that when the two of you step together and the two of you put your minds towards a goal, fixing it, making it bigger, doing something great, all of the above, it's really a force of nature at that point, because you're no longer, it's me against the world, it's us against whatever, or it's us creating and building, it's us, look at what we can do together. And that's the energy they want you to go home with, is really focus on how do we fix this and make it into something beautiful? How do we fix this and make it into something better? How do we take whatever is handed to you, life gives you lemons energy, and how do you make it into something like lemon chiffon pie? You don't start with nothing. You're getting something given to you. It may not be what you want, but how do you fix it and turn it into something that you do want, that you are aiming for? The energy this month is saying you have the ability to change your entire life. Transmutation, transfiguration, however you want to look at it. And this is your time to shine. So Earth couples, it's going to be a fun, little interesting, but a little fun month for you. So explore, approach any issue or any situation with the mindset of how can we take this and make it better? How can we take this and heal the situation to make it stronger? How can we take this little joy and turn it into a massive excitement. Everything in life has the opportunity to become better or worse. And what I'm hearing for the Earth couples, you guys are heading into the better territory, so just take whatever you're given and amplify it into the better. And Earth singles, it might be not as quick as you would like, but getting things set up and getting those foundations established allows your energy to radiate out. That's that projective energy for Earth singles, and that allows other people to see, and it makes you magnetic. So get your own house in order and allow that light to shine. It's going to be a lot easier for you going forward. As far as if you want a relationship, if you're single and happy, fine, you're going to find the awesome friend groups, making sure that you know who you are when you start the journey. So with that, I will let you all go. Have a great month of June, and I will see you in the next video.